So today is a big game for the Indiana Fever against the Seattle Storm. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how I think the Indiana Fever can beat the Seattle Storm in this game. And I know a lot of people are going to be very much on the side of, no, the Storm are going to win this game or the Fever are going to win. I don't know what side people are going to be on, but I think most people are going to be set one way or the other. And if you guys agree the Fever or have a great chance of winning this game, subscribe. We are trying to hit 56.1 thousand subscribers by the end of the day. And right now we are 55 subscribers off. So anyway, yeah. We got to talk about this game. Who is the more informed team coming into this game? It's the Indiana Fever. It is well and truly the Indiana Fever. The Fever are rolling. The Storm aren't. And I think the Fever, like Caitlin Clark put up an all-time stinker the last time they played. And I think the Fever are the quote-unquote trap game for all these teams. Because we've seen it with the Aces. When the Aces aren't at the races, they are the worst team in the WNBA. When the Aces are playing well, they're great. But when they're playing badly, they are literally the worst team in the WNBA. We've seen it with the Aces, who are always up for the Fever games, not being up for it at all when Caitlin doesn't play. We've seen the Liberty nearly troll their way to a loss, even when Stewie was there post All-Star break. We've seen the Mercury. In fairness, that was kind of a grudge match. The Fever just outplayed the Mercury. I'm not going to say the Mercury are bad. But like the Seattle Storm are one of those teams that are very much like, we would rather we just want to stop Caitlin. And when against any of those teams, you kind of, if you're the Fever, you're like, yeah. A lot of these teams that over-focus on Caitlin are going to be like, yeah, we're good. They don't have Caitlin, we're fine. And as much as they want to say, oh, this team's really good without Caitlin, I think the Fever might go 5 in a row. The Storm are just off the back of a double overtime game, and they're old. Like, they're old. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. The Seattle Storm currently don't go very deep. They don't go very deep. And if you look here right now, Ezi Magbagor is really just a fine player. Ezi Magbagor is turning into just another player in the WNBA. She's somebody that I rated so highly back in the day. She's turning into another player. But if you look at the last couple of Storm games, there are, like, Erica Wheeler is going to be a big factor in this game. And if the Fever can slow down Erica Wheeler, which I assume Ari McDonald can slow down Erica Wheeler, like Skylar Diggins, like, these are old players. They're coming off a double overtime loss against the Sparks. A double overtime loss. 108, 106, where the Sparks had so many chances and they couldn't play defense in key possessions. They couldn't play offense in key possessions. And the referees screwed them in key possessions. Like, Erica Wheeler hit the ball off Kelsey Plum's leg. It clearly, you could see the ball change directions, and apparently it didn't hit Kelsey Plum's leg. But if you look at this team, like, Nneka's coming off 46 minutes at 35 years old. Erica Wheeler is coming off 40. And Gabby Williams, 41. I'm not worried about Gabby Williams. Skylar Diggins coming off 43 at 35, 36 years old. Or no, is Skylar Diggins 34? Skylar Diggins younger. Skylar Diggins 35. Happy birthday, Skylar Diggins, yesterday. Hopefully she went out drinking for her birthday last night. And we can play hungover Skylar Diggins. Yeah, so 35. Alicia Clark doesn't play anymore. She's 38. They're going to have to play Zaya Cook. They're going to have to play Mackenzie Holmes. Are going to have to play Alicia Clark. Like, Lexi Brown's going to play big minutes, is not very good. I think this could be a breakout game for Dominique Malonga. I think coming into the season, I said if Malonga averages 5 points per game this year, it's been a super success. I think Malonga's been real good. But I think when it comes down to it, the Seattle Storm they're not looking great right now. And they are, as an old team, you're going to be caught by trap games a lot. Like, it's hard to play 2 games in 3 days when one's off a double overtime and you're an aging team like this. It's hard. And we saw it last year coming into the playoffs, is that the post-Olympic break Seattle Storm just imploded. They absolutely imploded. Like, the Seattle Storm were very close to the Connecticut Sun, the 3rd seed by the time the Olympics happened, and they were the 5th seed and didn't even get home for the playoffs by the end of it. They were way ahead of the Aces. They had the Aces. They had them. They had that 4th seed sewn up. They would have had home games, and they got destroyed in the playoffs twice by the Aces. Like, they are a team that is susceptible to collapse same shit, different year. Like, if you look at the Seattle Storm's all around schedule for them, like they've lost earlier in the year to the Sun. They did beat the Sun by 16. They beat the Sky, are just the Sky. But like they lost to the Mystics, didn't they? I think they lost to I'm pretty sure they lost to the Mystics. Yeah, they lost by 11 to the Mystics and scored 58 points. Like, this is a game where, in my opinion, the Fever should be a trap team. But for Indiana Fever fans, I'm sorry. All the Fever have to do is play aggressive and they win this game. It's as simple as that. The Seattle Storm cannot play all their starters 40 minutes. The Fever have more depth. The Fever are younger. The Fever are better rested. The Fever are not a better basketball team per se, but like, they're playing better at the minute. Gabby Williams is going to be able to take on the Kelsey Mitchell matchup. Sure. Okay, cool. But like, the Fever have shown that it's like, can Erica Wheeler, off the back of a 40-minute game, guard Ari for 40 minutes? I don't know. I don't think so. Can this team guard Leah Boston? I don't know. I don't think so. Can this team guard and guard the drives without overhelping and leaving Chloe Bibby, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull wide open? I don't know. I don't think so. If this was a playoff setting, who am I taking? A Caitlin Clarkless Fever or a Seattle Storm rested? I'm taking the Seattle Storm rested. Today, I'm taking the Indiana Fever. All they'd have to do is just play with the intensity they've been playing with. And the Indiana Fever are rolling. They're rolling. They were half-assed. They half-assed the Wings game, but they've been outworking teams. They've been absolutely rolling. It's not been that they've been winning. It's, for me, I think the biggest thing is the way they've been winning. They've been winning games by just being relentless, by being aggressive, by hitting shots. When things aren't working out, we're going to dump it inside. When we're shooting the 3-ball well, we're going to shoot the 3-ball. When Kelsey's firing, Kelsey, we're going to run through you. When Kelsey's not firing, Stephanie White has the balls to say, Kelsey, we're going to sit you on the bench. It is something that I think the Indiana Fever have. They have the potential to really start rolling. And if the New York Liberty somehow lose tonight, which they could well do, I doubt it with Emma playing, I think. So, but they could well lose tonight. There is a possibility, there is a non-zero chance that the Indiana Fever go into tomorrow a half a game off the 2 seed. But at the same time, it's the way the WNBA is right now. A team could lose 3 games in a row and go from 2 to 7. It's like the 2015 Western Conference Finals in the NBA. But anyway, I'll see you guys.